Only on CBS This Morning, we're hearing more from the women who accuse Virginia's lieutenant governor of sexual assault. Vanessa, Tyson, and Meredith Watson say they've never met. They both want to testify in front of the Virginia General Assembly against Justin Fairfax, who was second in line for the governor's seat. Now, he denies their assault allegations adamantly. Watson went public just days after Tyson. She claims that Fairfax assaulted and raped her in 2000 when they were both students at Duke University. Some of the details that she shared with us are very disturbing. How did you know Justin Fairfax?
We met at the end of my freshman year of college. We were very good friends. He was someone I really trusted, and during my junior year, one night, he invited me to come over to celebrate. He was nearing the end of his senior year and just wanted to hang out, and I did not think anything of it because it was normal. It was something we'd done tons and tons and tons of times.
So it wasn't the first time you guys had just hung out together, you're saying?
No, it was not.
So you didn't feel you were in danger? You had no concerns? You weren't worried?
I was not worried at all. I completely trusted him. We were hanging out, and everything was normal. And at one point, he left the room, and when he came back in the room, he sort of stood blocking the door. It was sort of imposing the way he walked in the room, and he shut the door, and it was sort of like simultaneous. I heard the door click and the light went off.
Click like locking the door. Mm-hmm. And you think what?
Oh no, what's about to happen?
Mm-hmm. You became concerned?
Mm-hmm. And he did things that you shouldn't do to someone without their permission. Mm-hmm. And I tried several times to get up and leave, and was pushed back down.
And what happened?
He forcibly sexually assaulted and raped me. I was not on the bed. Initially, there was a couch, and he pulled me over, and I tried several times to get up and was pushed back down, held down.
And you made it clear, this is not what I want.
It was very clear.
Because you know he is saying this night was consensual.
If you have to hold someone down, it's not consensual.
And when it was over, was there a conversation? What did he say? What did you say? What did he do?
There wasn't a conversation. I just wanted to get to a safe space. I just left. It was humiliating, and so I left. And I told my two closest friends.
What did you tell your two closest friends?
I believe I told them that something really awful had happened and that I had been raped. And I think I said that I was so humiliated I didn't want to talk about it anymore.
Did you tell them that Justin was the one who had done this to you?
I did.
Or you just said
no,
I had been
told them exactly who it was.
How do you process that after it happens to you?
It was a huge betrayal. He was my friend. Mm-hmm. I don't understand how you do that to somebody that you've been a friend to and who's confided in you about things. I just don't understand how you do that.
What kind of things did you confide to him?
He knew that the year prior that I had been raped by someone, and that nothing was done about it. And he was a very good friend to me, which is why I never would have expected anything like this from him.
And you've been very candid that you had been sexually assaulted before by a Duke basketball player. Did you tell anybody about that particular incident?
I did. It took a couple of weeks. I didn't really know how to respond when it first happened, but I did report it to an official at the university.
You know, the experts say that many times if someone has been sexually assaulted, it happens again. You know, that it often is not an isolated incident. I think people looking at you would say, well, how could it happen to her twice in the same place, at the same school? What do you say to that?
I don't really know what to say to that, because I don't understand how someone could think that because it happens once, it could never happen again. I just don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you get in a car accident once in your life, will you never get in another car accident? No, you know, things happen, and I did not ask for it to happen.
You feel that Justin betrayed you because you had confided in him about that incident.
Yes.
Did you ever talk to him after he allegedly assaulted you? Did you ever say, how could you do that to me? You were my friend.
I did. One night, after it happened, I was at a party on campus, and he came, and so I went to leave, like I left, and he followed me out and was sort of following after me, calling after me. And I was just running, trying to get away, and then I finally stopped and I turned around. And all I said to him was, why? Why would you do that to me? And he said, I knew because of what happened to you last year that if I got you in the right situation, you would be too afraid to say or do anything about it.
Meredith, you hear that and you think what?
He knew what he was going to do that night when he asked me to come over.
In response to Watson's allegations, a spokesperson says Fairfax took a polygraph test and it supports his denials. That's according to information released by his team, characterizing the results. His spokesperson says the test showed that Fairfax was truthful when he answered that he never had a conversation with Meredith Watson, where she implied his sexual contact with her was non-consensual. This spokesperson also says that Fairfax denies ever holding her down or preventing her from getting up during the alleged incident. Meanwhile, Duke tells CBS News the university is reviewing policies and procedures that were in place at that time that these events are alleged to have occurred and whether they were activated and followed. As for Watson's claim that she'd been assaulted by a Duke basketball player, the university also said this in February, that it first learned of that allegation when it appeared in the press that month. And we should also say that that Duke basketball player has gone on record and says that he also did not sexually assault Meredith Watson.